Hey everybody, it's Ian. It's been another 3 weeks since my last update. As I said in that, this is going to be a new way of communication for me with everybody back home, just to give you kind of an update of what's going on out here as a missionary in Kansas City. So I hope you enjoy it. The ways I'll be giving it out to you guys is I'll be attaching a URL in my emails to you as updates to go to my YouTube channel that I've created. And that way every 3 weeks it'll kind of if you subscribe to that channel it'll just update you with a new video that I've uploaded, so you can go and check it out. I'll also be uploading them to Facebook, so anybody that has that, yeah, please just check it out every 3 weeks, and I'd love to be able to keep up with you guys and keep you up to date on what's going on in life out here in Kansas City. So thanks for that. So what's been going on in the last 3 weeks since my last update is one, in our ministry out here with Impact World Tour. About two weeks ago, we got to sit down with our leader of Impact World Tour America, and that's Marty Emmett, to talk about commitments for myself, and then my roommates Andrew and Matt, that I've been working with ever since DTS in '09, to talk about commitments with Impact World Tour and kind of our vision for ourselves of where we see the ministry going and how we fit into that. So kind of what happened before that was just that we just only had commitments for about a year, till the next tour wrapped up, and then we are going to kind of stop and reevaluate and see kind of where God was leading us next, not really knowing what the plan was, but they just wanted to take some time out with us to talk about just opportunities in the ministry, what's going on, and really challenge us to really communicate with him what our vision for ourselves and the ministry was, and how we could really better work that out by a longer commitment, and just kind of challenge us to pray about that and to seek that out after just a good couple meetings of talking through what each of us are really here for, why we're passionate about what we do out here, and yeah, just a lot of good stuff like that. So I had that meeting, went really well, and after that took a weekend to ourselves to pray through that and to really seek kind of just knowledge and wisdom, just on what to do and what kind of commitment to make. And coming out of that, we decided in our next meeting with Marty that our commitments were going to be 3 years. Well, my commitment personally was going to be for 3 years in Impact World Tour America, and then a 5-year commitment to Impact World Tour just worldwide. And the real reason that he thought that it would be very important for us to have longer commitments is kind of as we now kind of pioneer a ministry that's been around for a long time. Impact World Tour has been around since the early 90s, but kind of is in a place now where a lot of old staff has left and new staff has joined, and they're kind of rebooting the ministry, if you will. Not changing what it does exactly. I mean, it's an evangelistic crusade ministry, so still doing that, but the way that we go about it and the materials and stuff that we use, and kind of refocusing and shifting a little bit of the inner workings of the ministry. So he wanted us to pray about our commitments in terms of that, and also in terms of the fact that if we were to be able to say to them that we're going to be here for the next 3 to 5 years, just the ways that they could invest and plan with us and in us would just be really different. Whereas if it was just another year, as much as they would love on us and just care for us and want to push us and prepare us for lives in ministry, at the same time with a longer commitment, they can really even give us the opportunity to be able to speak into things and to be able to be kind of in some of the meetings and the format and forums talking about where the ministry is going, and to really be able to kind of have a little in and be able to know about the vision and kind of where the direction is going. So that's really exciting, really neat stuff. So in that, we gave them those commitments back, and just had a lot of it, really good time, excitement about that, and just about really being at peace with the fact of being committed to Impact World Tour America for 3 years and to the ministry for 5, and just loving what I'm doing, and yeah, really excited for the future in that. So that was great. out of that meeting, the next kind of piece of news is that my roommate Matt, after meeting with his leader James, who's running the Minnesota tour, and then meeting with Marty also, they kind of discussed him moving back up to moving up to Minnesota to work on that campaign for the next coming months. Since there's a lot of people on the ground down here, but really aren't very many coordinators or anybody besides a man named Mike Stanley that's working up there, that he would need to go up there to really be able to be more on the ground, hands-on, and being able to work with all of the pastors and leaders in that area to kind of set up everything and do some presentations and just work as a full-time coordinator up there. So he just got sent off, let's see, about a week ago now. So yeah, really exciting for him, getting to go back up there and working, and we'll miss him down here as me and Andrew continue to work on the Kansas City campaign. But yeah, he's off again to do that. So we're just happy for him that he's getting to go up there and have some more campaign experience. Meanwhile, down here, Andrew and I have kind of gotten a little reshift of focus about the Kansas City campaign. We're still working on the campaign, but it's been going a little bit slow as of late. Just really trying to pull leaders and pastors not only together as a campaign-wide, but even in each city, and trying to pick up steam has really been kind of just a slow, agonizing route at times. So what we've been kind of working on besides that, while that just doesn't materialize, there's only so much you can do and so much tracking down that you can work on. We've gotten to work with our leader Joel on kind of some new routing, some new working of the materials that we use in Impact World Tour, getting to redo some videos and some training materials, and really getting to kind of spend some time in the office together and looking over kind of what we use as a ministry, and saying how can we not just make it new but make it better, and really be able to equip ourselves to do a better job by using just better tools to do so. So we've really gotten to kind of tie down on a few things like that, putting together a 40-minute training video for training with the locals, and yeah, putting together some different materials to give pastors and just different stuff like that. So you get to learn a little bit more details and really go through stuff really thoroughly. But it's been fun, and it's really an encouraging, neat thing to get to do, knowing that you're going to get to use this in just a couple months, and that's kind of making people's jobs not only easier but equipping them to do better. So yeah, that's great. Things that I've been learning just personally lately would be that there's kind of these high spiritual times in life and then low spiritual times, and when you're in between, kind of in this gap of you're not in the low, like this kind of desperate like mourning or sorrow or dealing with struggles or things like that, and when you're not at the top and you're not at those mountaintop experiences with God, that you're just so excited for life and so passionate and on fire, and kind of you just can't contain your joy and your just kind of your excitement for life, which is really how we need to be. But when you come to that in-between place where it's not this this extreme emotion or this excitedness, or it's just kind of a passive place that you're just kind of bland in, that you're kind of looking and searching out for something. And kind of in that is where we really, I think, a lot of our maturity with our walk with Christ really shines through. And in that, I've been learning about what it means to stand firm and steadfast in that, and that when those times come, that the way that you act out of them really shows your walk with the Lord. So in that, to not step back and kind of reevaluate God, and not in the way of salvation or anything like that, but in even in the ways of just kind of holding back, of not wanting to seek out anything, of not being excited, but just really sitting in a passive kind of melancholy place. But instead of you just really breaking that, so in that place to be able to go to your word, to be able to go to God, and the one who's already equipped us and given us everything that we need, to be able to say, Lord, I'm not feeling it right now. I don't have this huge emotion or anything, but Lord, I love you and I trust you, and I want more of you, and I'm willing to dig in and to seek more of you in worship and in the Bible and in fellowship with others, even when this feeling of nothingness is consuming me. Um, and yeah, just really getting to go through that experience has been really neat. To be able to learn from it, to be able to say that, because life isn't always one thing or another. It's not always the mountaintop. Yay, I'm on. Something good just happened, and it's not always depressing and dark and going through something hard and something that you don't want to face. But in the day to day, choosing humility and choosing to love and to really just act out the character of the Lord day in and day out, and to be able to wake up and say, it's another good day to be alive, as my roommate Andrew says all the time. It's kind of funny. But really living in that and walking that out with him is something that I've really gotten to not only experience, but come to enjoy and come to kind of cherish in the last few weeks. So yeah, that's something I've been learning and just really appreciated. So in that, yeah, for prayer requests for the next couple of weeks, for you guys, would just be that I would continue to learn about kind of how to not step back away from God, but in the times of questioning and confusion or passivity, to just run to Him and to squeeze Him tighter and to hold Him close, and to just kind of embrace the purity of His character, and just knowing who He is, even when life is difficult and even when life is just kind of lame. Um, so yeah, I would definitely love some more prayer for that. Um, and another thing I could use prayer for would be partnership development. Over this next week, I'm working on trying to make some new contacts, follow up people back home, and try and broaden my stances. I'm just kind of living off of funds of other people as they generously give, and just love on me and love on kind of the vision that God's given me. Yeah, I'm looking to really expand that and try and work on it more this next week. So just pray that would go well, and that people's hearts would just be prepared to hear what I'm doing, and to just hear the Lord on whether they need to become monthly prayer partners or whether they don't. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's great. But so that's all I have for prayer requests. I don't think I really have any more news, but it's already running out of time, it looks like here, so I will let you all go. So glad that you guys tune in to listen to this, to hear how I'm doing. I love you and miss you all. I can't wait to see you again someday. I do not know when I'm coming home next yet, but yeah, we'll see when it is, and when it is, I'll update you. So, as for now, goodbye, and I will talk to you all again in 3 weeks. Love you. Bye.